If you love fall baking, pumpkin spice, and melt-in-your-mouth muffins, these pumpkin muffins are just for you. Hey, you're watching Preppy Kitchen, where I, John Cannell, teach you how to make delicious homemade dishes to share with your family and friends. These pumpkin muffins aren't gonna make themselves, so let's get started. First off, set your oven to 425 Fahrenheit, nice and hot for a good dome on top of these muffins, bakery style. Okay, 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, that's 180 grams, into a large bowl that's under a sifter but over a scale. In you go. Half a teaspoon of salt for contrast, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. These muffins need to get a really good rise in the oven, so they need that leavening action. Once again, I'm using my favorite spices. You can always alter the spice profile of any recipe, including this one. So if you only like cinnamon, go ahead and add it. You want to use garam masala? Why not? Your muffins. 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, in you go. Half a teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and last but not least, we have 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg. I love freshly grated nutmeg, but I do not really like it if it's been pre-ground. This is totally different to me. In you go. Sift it out, whisk it up, and set it aside. Now it's time for the wet mixture, and I'm doing this all by hand. There's no mixer needed. It's a really easy recipe. For the wet ingredients, I'm adding in 1/2 cup or 120 ml of vegetable oil. You could definitely use coconut oil if you like to, or whatever else you have handy, even in a pinch olive oil. 1/4 cup or 60 ml of milk, and this is really forgiving again too. If you want to use almond milk, you can. You want to use water, that's fine too. 1 teaspoon of a nice vanilla. I love eyeballing a teaspoon of vanilla, did you know that? And then 2 large room temperature eggs. It's always best to use room temperature ingredients when you can. You don't want to add ice cold batter into an oven, and you also really get a better mixing when things are room temperature. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, that's 100 grams, and 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar packed in there, roughly 100 grams as well. It's a big plop. Let's break it apart. Give it a head start. It's time to whisk this together, so just get it combined. You want to break the sugars up and let them start to dissolve, especially that clumpy brown sugar. Mix, 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 just until combined. Now it's time to add in 1 1/4 cups of pumpkin puree. This is 100% pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie filling you can find right next to it in almost the same container. It can be confusing, especially for your spouse if they went shopping. And 1/4 cup, which we did not forget. The moment fall starts creeping in and the weather becomes a little chilly, the leaves turn color, I am a baking machine. All my favorite fall spices are out, and it is not pumpkin everything, but there is a lot of pumpkin baking involved. I love that flavor combination. Look at this beautiful consistency we have. It's a wonderful color. That brown sugar, the pumpkin, the spices, I could drink this by the bowlful. Now we're gonna add the dry into the wet, and then just give it a mix until just combined. If you overmix your batter, you're not gonna have that really cakey texture. It'll become a little bit tougher and denser. So gently mix. This is another reason I like to do this recipe by hand, because you have really great control at this moment, and you can stop mixing the second it's done. You're not gonna be walking away from your stand mixer or absent-mindedly beating this with an electric mixer. Like, oh, look, that's done. Time to scoop it into your muffin tin. That's it. Once your batter's ready, pop those papers into your muffin tin. If you bake them without a paper, it can be a little dodgy. They might just really stick. You never know. Papers make everything really easy. I'm using a triggered scooper to add the batter in. You can use whatever method you like, including piping it in. This is gonna go in almost to the top of your paper. You wanna fill it up so it goes nice and high. I actually don't mind if a muffin is totally flat. They can still be delicious as well. But Brian always tells me that a muffin has to have height. So this recipe is gonna be up to the sky. Just get all that batter out there. This will make exactly 12 pumpkin muffins. Okay, in case you're wondering, this recipe is tied for my favorite muffin along with my zucchini muffin recipe. Those are amazing. You can click up here for that recipe. It's really a must make. These guys are gonna go into the oven at 425 for 5 minutes and then reduce the temperature to 350 and bake an additional 15 minutes. So technically these muffins are for Lachlan and George, but I get one too. I would like a special treat as well. And let me tell you, so soft. Just feeling them, it feels like cashmere, like the softest thing you'd ever imagined. All right, now, before I take a bite, if you like this recipe, check out my pumpkin playlist. All my favorite pumpkin recipes in one playlist just for you. Look at this. Amazing. This muffin is perfectly sweet, soft as silk, and just amazing. I really hope you get a chance to make this recipe. And if you like my videos, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next pumpkin video.